is all I ever know. Redemption song, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song. Come on, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song. Yeah, man. So we have some singers in the
Just
house.
listening to one of his songs made me miss him
We
more.
have some singers in the house. All right. So I'm gonna be doing two of my original tracks for you.
This one is more heavy than my guitar.
All right. So you're gonna hear the tracks in the background in a few minutes, and then we take it from there. All right. TLT Music and also Music Show. That's it.
All right, thank you, Dale. Anthony Burke. Anthony Burke. Is Anthony here? All right, so Anthony is the language man. He speaks fluent Arabic and is a language professor. He created a resourceful platform called E-Learning Frontier, so he's going to tell us more about E-Learning Frontier.
Hello, everybody. Well, first of all, we come from Jamaica, all right? So, you can hear it, yeah? So, we just want to thank Kingston 21 for putting on such a lovely show. I'm not talking down the Jamaican accent, so everybody can understand me. And then, I want to thank the leaders of this country, because without them, we wouldn't be here for us having us here, and I would like to do that in Arabic as well. So that's what I just said in Arabic, and then I want to thank God for bringing us all together in Black History Month. Without His grace, we definitely wouldn't be here. So just a little about myself, as you can hear. Jamaica is my roots. So Jamaican, Canadian, British man. So grandfather British man from Jamaica, and Jamaican, British Canadian. About me, I'm an educator at the post-secondary level, as it was mentioned earlier, and internationally traveled person. Traveled many places in the world, and one thing I learned was that as I traveled, I needed to understand what people were saying. And I speak, a few languages, and this is the reason why it is. As a person traveled, not so much as a black person, just as a person traveling countries that you're new to, it's important to learn other languages. So I don't want to bore you with all the technical sides of learning language, but all of us have that ability, the basic fundamental ability to learn languages, especially children. Children have the innate ability to learn language, and I think it's important for all of you to make sure, as you're here in this country, to have your children learn the language of the country, which is Arabic, and that is very important for them, because they're here, you might as well take the opportunity for them to do that. And in this beautiful land, that when you learn the language of Arabic, you get to learn the people, the culture, and everything about the people. And I will just share with you a few stories about myself, where I have been around people and they're speaking Arabic, and whether they're saying something, I've had people say bad things or people say good things, but at the end of the day, when I reply to them in English and say, "Well, yeah, I'm going to talk about, thank you for this, we are talking about, man," then they're more drop and say, "You understand what I said?" They say, "Of course, you understand what I said, I'm going to talk to you then." Of course I understand what you're saying. How am I supposed to talk to you? So the point is that you will gain respect It will help you to connect with people, and especially for your children, that you're here. Take that opportunity. They're here to learn Arabic. They're here in this country, and they're like sponges. So take that opportunity for your children and for yourself, so that you can gain the respect of the people. Because I promise you, when you walk up to someone and say, something in Arabic, they do have respect for you. So if I just ask you a question, what are some words that people might know in Arabic? Anyone?
Wallah.
Wallah. Okay, anybody else?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, anything else? Mafi mushkila. Okay, good. These are sort of the most common words. But wouldn't you just want to walk up to someone and just say, hey brother, أنت طيب أنت بخير أي شيء صار في شيء يعني تكلم معه بالعربي بطلاقة يعني هذا الشيء يعني مهم جدا. Well, I wanted to say that no one taught me Arabic. I didn't know that I had the skills to learn languages like I have. But just after traveling, I just started teaching myself Babel, different books, and my only advice for you, when you learn language, learn it properly. Don't learn the language of the streets. And then, so I just want to leave you with 3 advice. Be happy always, because without being happy, there's nothing else in life. Be kind to everyone. And my final advice, that every time we have troubles, make sure you understand that this is an opportunity. Every problem that happens in life is an opportunity. So with that, I want to say goodbye. And, my card is at the front, e-learning frontier. And as you notice, I didn't talk too much about that, but e-learning frontier is my platform where I teach languages, and I want to teach Arabic and English, different aspects of English and everything. So thank you guys, and thank you for having me host, and have a great time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. All right.
Yeah.
Next up we have Sanada.
Business cards in this.
Sanada? Sanada? Sanya? Just remember, it's totally fine. How was he? Alright, so Sanya?
Yes.
Alright, so we have Sanya. Sanya is the founder of Lick Publishing Ltd, where she works closely with aspiring writers to turn their writing dreams into reality. So, we'll hear from her.
Wagwan, everyone.
Wagwan.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sanya Green Reynolds, and I am the person who turned you into an author. So if you have a dream and you don't know where to get started, you want to write a book, you come to me and I will help you to get started with that. But here's a little bit about me and why is it that I am so passionate about helping people write their books and tell their stories, because I believe that every single one of you have a story to tell. And whether or not you want to be a global author, you want to be internationally renowned, or it is you just want to leave a legacy for your grandchildren, your brothers, sisters, I don't know, somebody else. It is important that what it is that you know, what it is that is dear to your heart, those family recipes, those family jokes, those, I don't know, whatever it is that is near to your heart, that you make that decision and put it in form of writing a book that could inspire someone else. Because sometimes you start out on a small scale, but then your work inspires beyond the places that you will ever travel. And this is what has happened to me when I first decided to write my book back in 2015. I got so many messages from all across the world. A book that I wrote when I was in Japan, because at the time I was working with high school students, junior high students who knew so much English grammar, but were so afraid to speak English. And I was like, this is not a language problem, this is a confidence problem. And so I found myself doing so much more confidence coaching and speaking coaching than I was really teaching English. And so I wrote my first book about developing self-confidence. And that book didn't just inspire my students. What it did was, it really inspired a lot of people within my network and people who are adults, not kids or teenagers. And so from that book, I was able to build a brand and a business. And everything I do today is as a result of that first book that I wrote. As a matter of fact, when I put that book on my CV and applied for my first job in the UAE, believe it or not, within 15 minutes I got a response. And one of the first comments that the employer at the time made to me was, "You are an author, you wrote a book?" And I was like, yeah. And about confidence, they were so impressed. And I felt like my book went ahead of me and did the whole interview, because I had an offer within less than 24 hours. So that for me really signaled that I was really doing what I ought to do. And so ever since then, I have been really inspiring people, motivating people, and more so helping people to write their very own books so that they can advance themselves within their career or start a new career, because I have also helped people to build their businesses on their books. So that's a little bit about me. And of course you can connect with me on on Facebook, WhatsApp, and I'm not so Instagram savvy, but you can still connect with me there. I work with two of the books that I have helped to create. If you're inside and looking outside and peeking in, you can see, or you can stop by my table at the front there. And I also want to tell you here, for all the ladies, let me hear you say yay!
Yay!
Alright. So we know that next week it's international, is it next week? Or on the 8th of March, it's International Women's Day. And of course this year we are talking about how we break the bias. And of course as women, I want to shout out Casey here, who has stepped ahead of every barrier and boundary that may have presented itself, and she is out here doing her business, minding her business. And there's so many other women out here in the community who really need to step over the boundaries and get on with life and do what it is that they're called to do. And so we're going to be having that conversation on the 5th, which is next Saturday like today, but next week at the Sofitel Hotel. And you are invited, ladies, to come and network with us, have fun with us, and join the conversation as we celebrate International Women's Day. And we're going to be talking about breaking the bias. And also, I will be launching Activate Your Confidence, a new book out from me as well. So, if you want to know how you can get a ticket to be there, see me at the front or see me when I walk around. I'm quite friendly. Don't be afraid. Talk to me. Alright? Thank you so much, guys. I really do hope that you will be inspired to live your story and tell your story, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we all can relate to each other. And one of the things that we do when we tell our stories is that we inspire someone else to live and live boldly. And that's what I'm doing, and that's my wish, my hope, and my dream for you too. Thank you.
Yay!
All right, let's give Sonia again. Thank you. Next up, we have Dr. Dorian Paul Rogers, founder of Rooftop Rebels, the first poetry open mic initiative in the UAE, and author of The Million Miles There, an adult coloring book. He's also a professor and husband, and a father. So we're gonna hear from him now.
Hello everybody, my name is Dorian, I represent Rooftop Rhythms. I'm here today with my lovely wife, Natalie. Saying hello. Happy Black History Month, and thank you for Kingston 21, to Kingston 21 for putting this on. Shouts out to DJ Sheedy, and you can cut the music. I'm not the first poetry collective in the UAE, but thank you for that love. That accolade goes to Poetry Slamming on the Roof in LA. My friend Sunny Days, Michelle True Francois, DJ a lot. But I've been blessed to be doing poetry here for 10 years, so hopefully you like this poem. It goes like this. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that poet in the alley. I'm your man, what you need, here's some rhymes, free your mind. I'm your pusher, man. Cause there is no other way out. My history book in high school said that the Honorable Mr. Nelson Mandela died in some mildew, rat-infested, overcrowded South African prison over 30 years ago. Slavery in that history book in high school was only one chapter long. Emancipation in that history book in high school was only one paragraph long. There was only one sentence on Harriet Tubman, only one word on the great Zulu nation, and not even 3 little syllables saying, I'm sorry. And what's worse is they made it seem like we deserved it. And these same people are our teachers, these same people are our boss, these same people are our leaders, and these same people think they control me, and they do, as long as I'm operating in their paradigms, as long as I'm buying their paradigms, their